Yo, what is going on, guys? TymeStopper here, coming back at you another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, in this video, I'm going to talk briefly about whether or not I think it's worth it for you to go for the guaranteed legendary champion that just dropped in the game today. And I'm going to pull some shards because for me, I'm going to go for it. But should you? Let's talk about it. Okay guys, first and foremost, disclaimer, this event is not for everyone. One, if you need to spend a ton of money to get shards for any type of guaranteed event, unless it's an SSS tier legendary champion, it's probably not worth it. And when I say money, I mean gems as well. So many times I see people going into the shop and using their gems to get shards for like guaranteed events for like ancient ones. So for example, in this event, you need 150 shards basically to get a guaranteed champion. You need 150 ancient shards to be able to get a Archbishop Pinthroy. So after you pull 150, you're going to automatically get this guy no matter what. But if you need to use gems just to get the ancient shards, he may not be worth it. Now, he is a pretty solid champion, make no mistake about it. Let's go take a look at his kit real quick. He is one of the newer champions, so there's probably not a lot of people out there that quite have this guy yet. He is in the Sacred Order. Pretty dope looking kit, if I don't say so myself. I mean, this guy, he looks awesome, if nothing else, right? But let's jump into his kit, take a look. So on his A1, we've got attacks one enemy, transfers one random debuff from this champion to the target, also has a 75% chance of stealing a random buff from the target. Now, all of his books go to damage, so you can't book that up or anything like that. So he's got an attack on one enemy and transfer a random debuff from this champion to the target. On his A2, places a 50% increased accuracy buff on all allies for 2 turns, then attacks all enemies, places a 100% heal reduction debuff on all enemies for 2 turns, also has a 75% chance, 100% chance when booked of placing a block buffs debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Now, this is the interesting part. Champions from the Demon Spawn, Undead Horde, Night Rev cannot resist these debuffs. So, in theory, if you didn't really care about transferring the random debuff and stealing the random debuff over here, you could basically build this guy with 0 accuracy if you're using him in, say, like an arena scenario. Because in arena, if you think about it, most of your like S tier champions that are in arena that you're going to want to land this stuff on are basically from these factions. Demon Spawn, you've got Duchess, you've got Kymar, you've got Candrafon, Undead, you've got Siphi, you've got Rhodos. So a lot of your S tier arena champions are going to be from these factions. So in theory, you could potentially build this guy with 0 accuracy if that's how you're planning on using him and not worry about it, since these debuffs cannot be resisted. Now, since this is a hit on the A2, there is a chance that this would miss because it can't be resisted, but it could be weak hit, right? Because he's not void, he's Spirit Affinity. So he could weak hit and have it miss. It's hard to say the way they word this because this says places and then this says it has a chance of placing. So it's kind of weird how they worded it. We'll have to do some testing and take a look and see how that works out. And then on his A3, he's got on a 6-5-4, if you book it down, heals all allies by 30% of their max HP. So not ideal for a shield or a heal since it's based off of their max HP and not his. Then places a 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. If 4 or more allies are alive, also places a shield buff on each ally for 2 turns equal to 30% of their max HP. So if this guy goes first in arena and this is the first skill that you would use, you're guaranteed almost to do this. Anything other than that, maybe if you're using him in Hydra where you get to bring 6 champions, maybe it makes some sense. But if you're using this in Arena, I gotta believe that you're probably using the A2 first, not necessarily the A3, but it does give you some flexibility when doing it. So I don't know if I love that either. And again, it's based off of their max HP, not necessarily his. So you don't really control how big that shield is. And then his passive, he's got removes all decreased defense debuffs and weaken debuffs from this champion at the start of each turn. So he's got like a cleanse almost of himself, if you will, at the start of the turn. So if he goes first, your team hits, then they debuff you, they could still nuke you down, and this guy's going to take massive damage because he's not going to cleanse that off until he takes his turn again, basically, since that's when it happens. It's not automatic. And then he does have this aura, increased accuracy for all allies in battles by 50, so pretty solid. Base stats, pretty decent. Speed at 101, we like to see that. He has some resistance, he has some accuracy, 20k HP, he's got some attack and defense, and from the looks of it, his multipliers are pretty solid. I'll go ahead and throw those up on the screen right here. So you can see that he's probably going to be able to do some damage if you were to build him for damage. I don't know if that's the way you would go, but his A2 is an AoE hitter. So, you know, some potential there, you know, depending on how you want to build him. But let's go ahead. We're going to pull some shards for him today. Take a look, see if we can get anything else along the way. I am right now, according to RSL Helper, 28 ancients into my mercy. So there is a chance we don't get any Legos up until him. Now, should you be pulling for this guy? If you're early game, if you're mid game, the answer is probably no. You should be saving your shards for 2x events because you are just trying to fill out your roster at this point. You're just trying to get as many legendary champions that you can to help you out in different areas of the game. So banking on spending 150 shards to only get one probably doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, for a late game player, sure, you have very few legendaries that you need. If you don't already have this champion, it's a great way to guarantee it because let's face it, even during a 2x event, you could very easily hit 220 ancient shards before getting a legendary champion. So the fact that I'm guaranteed to get one at 150 isn't the worst case thing that's ever happened to me. Now, I could go 150 pulls right now and only get him, and I would be at 178 into Mercy, which would set me up pretty nice for the next 2x event, which, by the way, is less than 2 weeks away. So if you're early game or mid game, I would not be pulling at this point. I would only be pulling if you're late game because it's not like this guy is going to be a game changer. He's not going to like significantly change everything. He'll be great for progression for, you know, a lot of early game or mid game accounts, but I wouldn't be pulling him if I was early game. And again, like I said earlier, I definitely would not be pulling if I had to spend money to get this guy. But hey, you know what? You know me. I'm going to pull for him because I don't have him, and you know what? I like getting new champions to play around with. And maybe down the road, some type of content happens that he makes sense. So let's go ahead and pull some shards. Take a look. We got 150 on the nose. Yes, I did what I told you not to do. And I did buy some shards with gems. Don't judge me. It is what it is. I wanted to make sure I had enough to grab this guy. So let's go ahead. Let's start with some 10 pops here. See what we can get. Who knows? You know, like I said, it could be all bad. It could be good. You never can tell. We've got a Hell Freak, we've got Crimson Helm, and a Torture Helm. I needed a Torture Helm actually to fill out my roster, believe it or not. I've used one early on and haven't gotten one since. So, hey, you know what? It's already a win for us, right? But that's 10 in, nothing so far. Couple epics, not bad. But you got to know, when you're not pulling on a 2x, this is what most of your pulls are going to look like. They're just going to look like a bunch of food champions, and that's okay. We have champ training going on right now, and I've already pre-done a bunch of 3 stars so that I can basically food these right away. Geomancer, excellent champion. I've already got 4 Geomancers, 1 for each Hydra head, basically, if I need them. I have 3 of them fully booked out and built because he is God tier in both Clan Boss and Hydra. So while it's a great champion, actually not going to need that Geomancer. It's going to make me sad when I have to feed him. Lady Atessa, no good. Another Royal Guard. Again, excellent champion. Look at these rates. We are not doing 2x, right? Royal Guard, excellent champion. I've got 3 or 4 already for Hydra. Probably going to build another one. Thane, excellent for Clan Boss. In Unkillable comp specifically. Outside of Unkillable comp, super hard to keep alive. Venomage, excellent champion. We're getting some crazy pulls here. This is a lot of epic champions for a non-2x time. So I'm actually really pumped for this because that's some pretty solid champions. None that are going to really help me, but you know what? I'll take the 4-star. Hey, it's a Lego. It's a Lego. Mountain King, brand new champion for us. Let's go. Oh, it's going to help me so much in 3v3. Super pumped about that one. I've been waiting to get a hold of a Mountain King literally forever. We've got a Brood Lord, Torture Helm, but Mountain King is excellent on defense in arena. He is a nightmare if you build him properly on 3v3 defenses. So super excited about finally pulling a Mountain King. Can't go wrong there. I mean, this guy, look at him. He is just crazy. Love the Mountain King pull, guys. Wow. All right. Let's keep going. Can we get another one before we hit him? These pulls are crazy. Look at all these epic champions. Occult Brawler, excellent Poisoner, Fodbor the Bard, Lodric Falconheart. What are these rates? This is not a 2x event. I can't say it enough. It's crazy. Okay, now we got the rare tax. Okay. Simmer down. Simmer down. This is the game saying, yo, listen, bro. You can't be talking about that stuff. We can't hear it. Don't want to hear it. Let's see. Where are we at? Come on. Can we get another one before we hit Archbishop Pinthroy? How many more we got? Look, another rare tax. We still got 60 to go. We're in pretty good shape, though. I mean, we got him pretty early on. So let's go. Maybe we can get... I mean, we got 60 shards. Maybe we can get another one. Let 2 rare taxes in a row, though, doesn't feel good. I got to be honest. Hoferes the Tusk, excellent champion for Faction Wars. Outside of that, I don't know that you're going to use him, but he is the only reviver right now in that faction, so excellent champion. Another one, Rockbreaker. Again, another excellent Faction Wars champion. For Dwarves, a lot of CC capabilities with him, so pretty good, solid champion there. Oathbound, criminally underrated. Some more food. Wait a minute. We ran out of room. Oh, we're already out of room? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. We're going to go feed some champions and we will be right back. Okay, guys, and we are back. We made some more space, plenty of room there. We've only got 30 shards left to go. Hopefully we can get one more legendary on our way to getting Pinthroy. Who knows? We've already pulled the Mountain King, so it's a success either way for us. But hey, you know what? I'm greedy. Thylesia, solid champion. Another Hoferes. Can't go wrong with the hippo, right? Chancellor Yasmin, no good, no thank you. All we're looking for is gold. All right, last 10. Can we get another game changer on our way to this guaranteed champion? Aox, solid champion. And boom, there it is, 150. Archbishop Pinthroy. So not bad, 150 shards. We got Archbishop Pinthroy. We've got the Mountain King. And, you know, we've got a bunch of shards on our way to our next Mercy pool. So, guys, that's about all I have for today. Hopefully, your pools were just as good if you decided to pool. If not, hey, you know what? Save your shards. There's a 2x event coming in less than 2 weeks. But, guys, I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and of course, as always, until next time, be good.